And then
All right, 4, 9, 12. Hey, welcome to the JaySquared Podcast. I'm Jesoma,
I'm J-Rock.
and we have an amazing chapter for you guys today. All right, it's been a minute, so we want to apologize because it's always been a minute. And why is that? Why is that, J-Rock?
Because we're busy people.
That's true. We are very busy people.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff that we're gonna cover today, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be an exciting chapter. I'm excited about this.
Chapter
So,
7.
is chapter 7 already?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, okay. Well, let's start off as we always do. How's your week?
My knee's still messed up. Got a second opinion, still messed up. But I start therapy tomorrow, so let's go.
Ooh, I'm excited for you.
Better help.
And we're not talking about physical therapy, we're talking about mental therapy.
Yeah.
And that's what I keep on pushing. Guys, go to therapy.
Yeah, shout out to BetterHelp, not Talkspace.
Yeah. I use
sign up for
Talkspace, but
No.
fuck Talkspace. They didn't sponsor us.
No. Oh wow, we're split. You use Talkspace and I use BetterHelp.
We'll see what the numbers do at the end of the year. See who wins.
Yeah, we'll talk finance after.
No, but I mean, it's a great thing. I mean, we don't take our mental health seriously enough, and definitely, of course, we want to, get through it ourselves, and especially us being from, backgrounds from different countries, it's not normalized, so we just don't do it because we're just like,
it's not
why
real.
are we going to, it's not real. It's in your head. Be stronger. You're a man. You're a strong, independent woman. You should be able to do all these things by yourself. But at the end of the day, everybody needs help.
Yeah.
We all need help,
Yeah.
So definitely therapy helps. It's been actually really good. Especially entering today. I'm gonna shout out myself. Shameless plug. Yo,
insert clap noises.
J Marcus. We're doing a thing right now. We're doing a thing, sponsor. We're doing a thing right now, man. We're really dialing into people, and clientele is growing, and it's been awesome. A big part of it has been due to you guys reaching out, especially after hearing about J Markets from our podcast. That video got a lot of traction and it got a lot of attention. So been snapping, man. Been snapping. Also been doing in the work. Well, putting in the work. We've been like doing walks and stuff, going around, ATL, showing love, showing up. Been doing great, man. So it's been a good week, man. It's been a good week. I'm excited. I'm pretty excited. That's all I can.
I'm happy for you. Happy for you, Jay.
Shucks. Stop it. But yeah. So, with that being said, since we both had pretty good weeks, and I guess yours has been,
No. It's been good.
See, I know it has. I can see it on your face. You can't hide that. You can't hide the happy. Not from me.
Shut up.
But let's get into it. So, what's going on? We know what happened when it came to...
we're gonna get into our first segment, sports and entertainment.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Come on.
I got ahead of myself. Oh, I'm sorry. You missed out on me for a month and you expect me to be fresh. It's my fault. I get it.
Oh shit, it's been a month?
It's been about a month, something like that. I don't even know anymore.
That's bad. My bad.
I know. We're sorry.
Yeah.
But our first segment, sports and entertainment, right? So we already got past the Eastern and Western Conference finals. Unfortunately, we know. Okay, I'm not gonna dwell on this too much.
Why are you doing this to me?
Because the people need to know. People need to know
that Jimmy Butler took the dumbest shot in Miami Heat history. That's what they need to know.
Yo, look, to be honest,
we could have won.
Yeah, what pisses me off about the shot in general, and not because Jimmy has been incredible throughout the whole series.
Yeah, he has.
He's been fucking.
He's carried us.
He carried the team. Because Bam was shit.
Bam is trash. He needs to get traded. He needs to go.
To be honest, I don't know if he needs to get traded, but definitely
trade him for Joel Embiid.
Oh shit, yeah. Because I don't know why or what's going on, but he just doesn't show up until like the last couple minutes of the game when we're already like down by 20. It's like, yo, what are we supposed to do with that? But
He's a big man with a small man mentality.
I think that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. It has to be because like watching the games, I noticed that the person guarding him is Harford and or Smart, and they're nowhere big enough to actually guard him.
Yeah.
And every time he's tried to take it in and has done something to take it in, he either gets fouled, that's gonna happen, he's gonna get fouled, or he scores an easy bucket. And I don't know why he just wasn't capitalizing on that. Jimmy was doing what Bam was supposed to do.
Yeah,
every single time.
I think it could be like a confidence issue, but I don't know.
I don't know, because
he wasn't
usually,
good.
yeah, usually confidence issues happen. Usually to me, like when I see people or players that have confidence issues, those things happen throughout like a span of the game. Like they just won't show up throughout the whole game. Like for example, you see somebody like what's his name? Dude that got traded to the Nets but never played. Forgot his name.
Oh, Ben Simmons?
Yeah, somebody like Ben Simmons, he just won't show up. And that'll just be it. But Bam he has the potential to show up and do the work.
Did. He showed up one game.
Yeah, and he does it multiple times, like but it's often at the end.
Yeah.
When fucking Jimmy Butler has given an arm and a leg.
Shit,
then,
his whole soul. He gave everything, but that was the dumbest shot. So
I 100% agree. Because that shot was super unnecessary, given that he could have just driven it in. Most likely he would have gotten fouled, got into and one, and then he would have sealed it with the last free throw.
Not only that, he's not a 3-point shooter. He hasn't hit a 3-point that whole game, and you decide to pull up and shoot a 3-pointer when we just need to tie the.
When I go to parks and stuff like that, and we talk about it, like they were talking about, I was like, listen, he's not a good 3-point shooter, at least in that game. He has not been on with his threes. Like he just wasn't. So I have no idea what made him think at the most crucial point of the game to take the shot and with all the confidence that he's going to make it. And I understand, shooter's going to shoot, but that you have not been a shooter this game. And that's what makes a great player. Like that's what the difference is between good players and great players. Good players, they utilize their skills. They go ahead and they do what they can with the skills that they have. Great players know when they can't do something or when something's not going right for them, then they do everything else. They go ahead and help out with assists, even rebounds. Like that's a big game changer when it comes to anything.
Yeah.
But it was just a salt. It was a salt in the wound for all Miami fans. So
yeah,
just had to get that out there. Sorry, I had to vent a little bit. I had nobody to talk to about this.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So on to what I was going to talk about before we were rudely interrupted. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Yeah. But now we move on to the Warriors versus the Celtics. Okay. At the moment of this recording, the series is tied 1-1. What do you think is going to happen?
I still got the Warriors in 5.
So, all right, hear me out.
It might be 6. It might be 6.
Okay.
It might be 6.
That's what I'm trying to kind of like. That's what I'm trying to get across.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to win 3 straight. I don't like. That's just me. You have to play these people at home. I'm just saying, like, both teams are really good at upsetting, even at home, or playing, great at, other people's places. But at the same time, it's a different team than others. They're but they're the best for a reason. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, they, like both teams, they show great discipline.
They're both good at defense. They're both good at offense. They both have superstars that could create for other players. But I'm gonna say if the Warriors have any chance of winning this in 6, Klay needs to step up.
Thank you. I'll toast to that. Because the thing is that my biggest my biggest issue through all of this is that they are putting way too much on Steph.
Yeah.
Way too much.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest, Steph is a small guy in the league. As I'm talking stature wise.
Okay.
He can't be as physical when it comes to, like, he could score at will. But if they stop worrying about the shooting, and if the Warriors give them a reason not to worry about the shooting,
Mm-hmm.
then they're just going to dial in on Steph when he gets inside. And they're going to also go ahead and be able to cover him, do whatever they need to do to stop him from shooting on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't need to worry about Clay. They don't need to worry about Poole. They don't need to worry about everybody else shooting.
Yeah. No, I agree with you because like there was a play yesterday where 4 defenders were on Steph and he found Looney and Looney laid it up. But Steph's gonna create for himself or for everybody else. But if he's creating for you, you gotta hit your shots.
You have to capitalize. It
Yeah,
doesn't
you
matter if
can't.
he creates
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
And that's my big thing, because I feel like Steph is the best shooter I've ever
Of
seen in
all
my life.
time.
Best
Of all
shooter
time.
I've ever seen in my life.
All
Right?
time. Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter where the pressure is. It doesn't matter who's guarding him. It never matters.
It doesn't
Because
matter if you're at half court.
exactly, because he's a threat
pulling.
from he's literally a threat from anywhere.
Yeah.
A threat from anywhere. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the difficult part, because when I was watching the game yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw when he was driving in. Now the Celtics, they do have, I forgot his name, big dude with dreads. They do have a big man that's not,
Robert Williams.
yeah, who's a little bit quick. Robert Williams, are you sure?
Probably not.
I forgot his name. I know it's Williams.
Yeah, Robert Williams.
Okay, for sure.
Damn, you doubted me.
Because whatever. Anyway.
I feel attacked.
I feel attacked. I feel gaslighted.
Wow.
No, but the thing is that
for sure gaslighted, 100%.
And now question, how long has he been in the league?
Who?
Robert Williams.
Oh, that's a good question. Probably like 2-3 years.
So relatively new, right?
Yeah. Let me double check.
Mm-hmm.
But keep going.
Yeah, so relatively new. My thing is that sometimes with these new guys, you either have somebody who's going to crumble under pressure, or you have somebody who's going to not be scared of you. We've seen this happen a ton of times.
Years.
All right, exactly. So we have somebody who's pretty new. You see this happen time and time again. You've seen this happen with Paul George when he snapped when he went against the Heat. He didn't give a fuck about Wade or LeBron or Bosh. He's like, fuck these dudes. Like, I'm the best. Like, they have that confidence.
Yeah.
So if you have somebody who's good, he's not the best on his feet, but he's good enough to at least not get crossed and go flying like a bunch of other big men would.
He could play defense.
Yeah, he could play defense.
Mm-hmm.
And he got quite a few blocks on Steph. So
everybody got blocks on Steph.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that if you have somebody who's in the middle and is ready for him to come through, it's going to be difficult if Steph doesn't have somebody he could rely on to kick out to. So that's my problem. I'm like, yo, man, you need somebody that's going to help you.
Yeah.
And if Clay's not showing up, man, we had this big rollout for Clay. He needs to show up. He needs to show up.
Jordan Poole needs to show up. Andrew Wiggins needs to show up.
Wiggins. He has for the most part.
But he could do more. He could do more.
He was a prospect.
Missed a lot of layups yesterday.
Bro,
so many layups.
And that's when you know that confidence starts to crash. Like in the first game, as soon as I saw Steph miss that layup, I was like, they're not coming back. They're not coming back.
They didn't score for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. I'm like, there's no way. And it's not Steph's fault. It's the fact that, you know, he needs other people.
He needs everyone else to step up the way that he has.
And that's when you have because a lot of people, they give Steph that grace, and they have to understand that LeBron was kind of in that same position. When you have players that are completely capable, they've been doing things the whole season that are incredible. you need them to do it in those big moments.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it was such a big deal with the whole J.R. Smith situations, or the whole AD situation. Even it's like, yo, man, why the fuck can you not show up
Mm-hmm.
in these big time moments when I need you? Because I know everybody's gonna have their eyes on me.
Yeah.
So
But we both got the Warriors.
yeah, got the
You have
Warriors for
them.
it. I got the Warriors for it, but I think it's gonna go to 7. It might be an
Okay.
upset. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that. I can't tell you. I know you. I know you're a Warriors fan. I can't tell you they're gonna take this one simply because of what I've been seeing. I'm not. I'm not
Okay.
completely. I'm not completely sold.
Let me
Sorry.
jump off my confidence thing. I
Okay.
got the Warriors in 6.
Warriors 6. Okay. I like to hear it. I like to hear it.
Okay. I'll adjust. But all right, Jay, this is all you.
Okay. Okay. So story of the I guess past few weeks have been Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard, right?
The talk of the
So
town.
everybody's been seeing or hearing about this on social media and whatnot. And apparently this has been a big win for, you know, domestic violence survivors everywhere. Pretty much, if you guys don't know, Johnny Depp is a really, really famous actor.
A
Amber
legend.
Heard, a legendary actor. Amber Heard is an actress. No, no shade, no shade, no
No
shade.
cap, no cap.
So pretty much, Johnny Depp was in a situation with her where there was a domestic violence dispute. She apparently slandered his name to the point where he lost pretty much everything, as far
They
as
were married too.
yeah, they were married, and like his deals, his acting opportunities,
Movies,
things like
everything.
that. Yeah, they pretty much pulled him from them, and he's lost out on millions and millions and millions of dollars because of the slander and the defamation that
Amber, yeah.
Amber Amber Heard has. I'm not calling. Hey, look, strike that, strike that. No, no, but
Bleep it out. I got you. I do the audio. I got you.
for real. No, but pretty much she's been slandering him and causing defamation. I can say that now because of how the trial went.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all these things have happened and lost out on all these deals. She claimed that he was domestically violent towards her. He's done a lot of things to her, and uh, pretty much fucked him up. So he
Yeah.
sued her for $50 million, and they had a trial that went on for a pretty long time. And she did a lot of shit, literally. And it turns out that what he's done has been pretty fucked up as far as like mental stability goes.
Yeah, they both are.
But yeah, they're both pretty toxic. However, what he's done has not been as as bad as her as far as physical.
Yeah, she's been
Um,
the worst. She's
yeah,
been worse than him, even though she
she
tried to
shit in
make
his
it.
bed. She shit in this man's bed, which
Amber,
is
it makes sense.
it's just one of those things where it's like, why did you do that? But I mean, it's weird, and he's done some pretty crazy things. He said some really weird, fucked up things,
Yeah.
and I mean, it's just a toxic relationship. However, what she did was actually, physically assault him,
Mm-hmm.
and even went as far as to say things like, "Go ahead and call the police. They're not going to believe you. They're not going to believe that I did this, and
Yeah.
that. Do it, do it." Like pretty much letting him know that you know
Ain't shit gonna
you,
happen to her.
yeah, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So luckily, the jury came to a verdict. I believe it was last week that she was wrong and pretty much put her in the hole for $15 million. They awarded $15 million to Johnny, and yeah, he hopefully he gets his life back after this because it's really fucked up that he has to go through that.
Yeah.
Uh, and the thing that I hate the most about it is that social media has a tendency to kind of just like ride on whatever somebody says. So if somebody goes on and says, "Oh, you did this to me," instead of like waiting for it to play out in court, then
Mm-hmm.
you kind of just ruin somebody's life instead.
Yeah.
And that's
Innocent until
what
proven guilty.
exactly. But when you're
But
at
we
that
know.
level,
Yeah.
it's the flip side of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a sick situation to be in.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, Johnny won the case.
Yes.
She put out a
Yes.
statement about how she felt she felt like abandoned and all this other bullshit by the community, how big of a setback it was for women. And it's like, dude, you are not on the side of women, you're an
No,
abuser.
no,
And
we're not on your side.
dude, and one of the craziest things was that they got so many specialists and like all these people to come in and to analyze every piece of evidence, and she's still pushing the narrative that, hey, this still doesn't make sense. She's avoiding every question. She's emotionless.
She's
She's trying to
fake
talk to the
crying. Yeah,
trying
it
to talk to the
was.
jury, trying to sway them. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And like they even said, like, yo, they looked at a picture of the bruising of her face and they're like, hey, you just hyped up the contrast on this picture to make it
Yeah,
look
so
like a bruise,
I
but it
saw like
wasn't.
one of the makeup companies that she was sponsored by. They said that like what type of color she used like for the makeup, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh shit,
it's true.
like
And it was crazy. I mean,
yeah.
what do you think? Do you think it was the right call?
Oh yeah, I was team Johnny Depp from the beginning. Like fuck Amber Heard. She needs to get fired from Aquaman too.
That'd be a blessing.
Yeah. Sorry, that was aggressive, but that's how I feel.
Shit. No,
My
but I
bad.
mean, I agree. I agree. I think they did the right thing
Yeah.
with that one because it just doesn't make sense to ruin somebody's legacy
Because you're a
because
fucking
of
psycho.
yeah, because you wanted to. And
Yeah.
I think there needs to be more done about that. I think when
Mm-hmm.
you call domestic violence on somebody and they're proven not guilty, I think somebody needs to go to jail. I think you need to go to jail
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
because
Yeah, because
it's
you're ruining someone's life.
white women tears, man. White women tears.
Except she didn't have any tears.
they she tried,
She
but
tried hard too.
it kills people. It literally
Yeah.
gets people
No, yeah, it
killed. It
gets
gets
yeah.
people sentenced.
Yeah.
Like we need to find something. We need to find a way to get rid of that situation. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
All right.
So
Let's move on.
that's where that went. And now what I think you should carry this one because you've been on this a lot more than I have. Go ahead.
So, albums of the year. Look at me.
How
I'm
long
sounding
have we
like
been
you.
gone?
Can't talk. Yeah, so remember how earlier I said The Weeknd had album of the year?
Mhm.
We're gonna delete that episode. Sorry, that
Yeah.
chapter, cuz no. It's between Bad Bunny and Kendrick Lamar, my favorite two of my favorite artists of all time. My thoughts. They're both 10 out of 10.
Okay.
I can't pick a favorite song cuz they're all so fucking good.
Okay.
I've literally listened to the Bad Bunny album from start to finish, and then I go to the Kendrick Lamar album start to finish, and then I go back to Bad Bunny, and then Kendrick Lamar.
Okay. So I'll tell you.
So basically, I'm in heaven.
Yeah. I
Okay.
know because you've been waiting for
Okay.
this, and I could
Yes.
see. I remember that you were literally just like sitting there, like, "Fuck, can't wait till this comes out. Can't wait till this comes out."
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I like that. You're on this wave now, and you finally got what you wanted.
I know. I know. It's been a good couple weeks,
So what are
music
your?
wise.
So you can't pick a favorite song at all?
For Kendrick Lamar, I'll say Father Time.
Okay. Okay.
For Bad Bunny dropped 23 songs on this album. Okay, you want me to pick one?
Yeah, we're on the podcast now. You have to pick one.
Fuck. All right, I'm gonna be a romantic and say Ojitos Lindos. There we go.
Oh, that's sweet. I like
All
it.
right.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, my friend.
Yeah. Ya tú
I'm
sabes.
I'm gonna say that my favorite song from the Bad Bunny album was I'm gonna say Tarot. I don't know how to say it.
Okay. Oh, with Jay Cortez.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
dope. I
That's a good
really
song.
did like it.
Mm-hmm. And then from
So
Kendrick's.
from Kendrick, I, I'm gonna say I really do love Silent Hill
Okay.
because
Yeah, I
I'm
think
gonna
that's
say it
a okay. Okay.
because yo, I just love the fact that Kodak Black just came out and snapped
Out of
out of
nowhere.
nowhere, man, out of nowhere, and I'm like, how the fuck did he get him to do this?
Yo,
because
no, he was good. He was good. He killed it. He did good.
yeah,
He did good.
I do also love We Cry Together. I think that's a favorite
Mhm.
amongst a lot of people.
Mhm.
You don't see that too much anymore. Uh,
Okay, fine. If you're gonna do a
yeah,
second favorite, my second favorite is Die
I was
Hard.
just saying. Okay, I did like Die Hard as well,
Yeah.
but that's just me. That's
Yeah.
just me. I feel like those are really good tracks that were on the album,
I
and I
mean, there's
agree
so
with
many
you.
good tracks on both albums. Like picking one is just hard. It's just hard, but there's so many good songs.
It's hard, damn near impossible, because these
Yeah.
albums were great drops, especially and at a
Perfect time.
great time, great
Yes,
timing.
perfect timing. Like back
I
to
mean,
back.
masterful. Because if you
Yeah.
look at Bad Bunny's drop, it was right around summer, and there's so many different vibes that are inside of that album.
Yeah.
So like whether you're on the beach, whether you're at a party, whether you're at a
Yeah.
family gathering, you could play this
Oh
song and
yeah,
everybody's
100%.
gonna love.
Yeah.
When it comes to Kendrick Lamar, you drop it around Juneteenth, a time where people are reminiscing about about what we've been through.
Mhm.
And you also drop it around in a time where people are really focusing on mental health and men are focusing on getting their mental health
Yeah.
done. It's not a huge thing for a Black man to get his mental health in order. And when you see somebody that you can relate to go through that, then it kind of inspires you to do the same. So
Yeah, and
I love it
also
for those reasons.
yeah, also this month June is Men's Mental Health Month. So,
Oh, I didn't even know that shit.
you're welcome.
Thank you. I've just been on this wave for so long. I mean, I mean.
I mean, all right.
No, but
Well,
I
so
love it.
we
It's
enjoyed
dope.
them. Yeah. All right. Series recap.
So, our series recap.
This is gonna be a lot because we've missed a lot, so we're gonna try to
Yeah.
do a quick series recap because we're starting from Moon Knight.
Yeah, we're starting from Moon Knight, which is a while ago.
Yeah.
Like this has been way too long. So I'll
Okay, go
say
off.
me, the Moon Knight finale, I liked it. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think that
Okay.
it was a cool it was a cool introduction. It was a cool introduction to the character. The
Mhm.
whole series was a great introduction to the character. I
Mhm.
loved how, I think I realized something about myself when I was watching it. I realized that I do not like that much when a movie or a show is shot in just one particular place
Mhm.
or one particular location. And I think I have an issue with that. So that's kind of why I put Moon Knight so high during the middle of this series.
Mhm.
But towards the end, I started thinking a little bit more, and I kind of felt like it fell behind a little bit towards the ending. Yeah, I know. I know. Hear me out. Hear me out. Before you judge me, okay?
I
Before you
haven't
judge
said
me,
anything.
hear me out. I can see it on your face. I can
Uh huh.
recognize your social cues.
Yes, I'm aware. It's been more than 10 years, dude. You should. You should know.
So I think I had a huge issue as well with the fact that we didn't get as like the action that the third the third
Jake.
entity, yeah, Jake, pretty much, we didn't get a lot of action from that. We didn't get any action from that. And I hate that they kind of skipped over that. I understand the reasoning and stuff like that is supposed, but dude, to kind of take out the best, take out the best character to me, like the best characters fighting ability wise, because he shut shit down when it came to the final boss scene, the final scene.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
to not see what he did, I'm just
Uh huh.
like, yo, so you hyped me up about this character for the whole series, and we kind of get nothing
Okay.
until the after credit scene, of course. But yeah,
Okay.
it just fell flat a little bit when it came to that. I
Mhm.
love the fight between Khonshu and the other deity, but at the end of the day, like there's so many plot holes in it. Like we understand that the crocodile, when she absorbed all of these people, then she got huge. But then why did Khonshu get huge? Why was he able to do that? There's not really clarity on like how these things happen. He's just like, I want to be big now. and he just got big. Like that doesn't make any sense. Like,
Are you done? Are you done?
no, I'm not done. I'm not
Oh
done. I
my
still have to say my
god.
piece. Also, on top of that, I love that the actor was so multifaceted, like just
Oscar Isaac is amazing.
incredible.
He's amazing. He's amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah, he's one of the top.
I
He's also
just
Hispanic, so.
yeah, which is dope. I just feel like there was not like I just feel like they didn't go as hard as they could. They could have done a lot more, especially with the action. You gotta
Okay.
agree with me on that. You gotta agree with me
No,
on
I
that.
don't. I don't.
What? So you don't
Don't.
think that him like pretty much holding this motherfucker on the floor like I got you, and we don't know what the fuck happened throughout that whole thing. You don't think that that's an L that we had to take? Because I feel
No.
like I had to take an L.
Okay, well, you took an L. I didn't take an L. I thought the finale was fucking amazing. I
All
thought the
right.
whole show was fucking amazing in general.
Okay.
I think it's my second favorite show. I'm still debating if it's better than WandaVision.
It's not better than WandaVision.
I'm debating.
No, it's not better. I'm being real with you. It's not. And you know how I feel about
Okay.
Wanda. You know how I feel about Wanda.
Yeah,
I'm not the
Wanda's
biggest
mom.
Wanda fan because she's fucking evil. But
She's not.
we'll get to this later.
Yeah,
But
we'll
what
get
I
to
am
it in a bit.
what I am saying is that I don't believe it's better.
Okay, fine. Well, I'll keep it
Go
at my
ahead.
second place, but no, I enjoyed it a lot. I kind of knew the whole Jake situation. It was one of my conspiracy theories. But hopefully it gets to season 2 where we get to see those flashbacks of who Jake is, because the whole point of them not showing who Jake is because we didn't know there was a third entity, even though like us, we already knew. And I guess everyone else found out in like the end credit scene, but
Okay.
that's why I'm not upset about it. I enjoyed it a lot, and my favorite character is Steven, so I
Yeah,
could care less about the rest of them.
I understand. And I understand. I think it's just us knowing that there was a third personality
Mm-hmm.
and not being able to see what that third personality could do. Like you could have at least, okay, they could have done this simple. They could have just had all this crazy shit happen, and then it goes back to either Steven or Mark, and they're like, which one of you guys like who did that?
Mm-hmm.
And just not knowing. Because that's what it just flashed to. But we didn't get to see the action, see the badassery.
All right, whatever. I get you, but I'm not complaining about that. Also, quick shout out to Layla and her fucking superhero suit. She looked badass.
That was badass.
It was amazing.
Yo, so me and my girlfriend were looking through it, and we actually the way that she was casted was just like through a DM. Like they just DM'd her like, "Hey, you want to play this part?" And she was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, that's awesome.
MCU hero, easy.
Easy, hands down.
So kids, don't give up on your dreams.
Keep
As I open this
shooting
bottle
your
of
shot.
wine, as I don't give up on your dreams, kids, please.
Shoot your shot.
Yeah,
All right, let's go into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Oh my god. Stop copying me. But oh my god, what a fucking movie, right?
It was amazing.
Here are my thoughts.
Okay.
I liked it a lot. Still not my
Okay.
favorite, not my favorite Marvel movie. But
Okay,
it was
I agree.
it was a great movie. It was a great movie. I
Yeah.
think a lot of people they hyped it up a lot. I did like that it was about Doctor Strange. They didn't make it.
Was it though?
Yes. It was about Doctor Strange and Wanda. But what I did like is that they did not involve everybody, because what I think Marvel does a lot, or the MCU does a lot, is they rely on a bunch of characters, focusing on a bunch of characters being so much a part of everything that becomes a movie. So they rely on everything being the Avengers. You get me? And it's like, dude, the cameos don't have to be that big of a part. You just have to have a great character development. And it goes back to what I said. I knew that it was a fucking filler. What if was a filler?
It was not. It was not.
Stop your nonsense.
It was
Stop
not.
your nonsense. Listen.
No,
look,
it was not. I literally
wrote
notes to prove you wrong.
Okay. Please go over your notes. Go over your
Yeah.
notes, because I want to hear this shit.
How
I want
about
to
you
hear these
watch?
lies.
How about you watch episode 1, 4, and 5, and that's literally Doctor Strange.
Okay, I'll watch 10 seconds of all of those episodes. That's
Perfect,
fine.
and then we'll talk because we let's keep this short. It does connect. My thoughts.
So
Shut
you
up.
think it connected enough for a 6-episode series? What did that Thor episode have to do with anything?
No. I don't look like I said before. What If
Filler.
had a couple episodes that hit, others that didn't. Not all of them connected. We'll see when the rest of the movies come out. But there was 3 episodes that connected to this movie.
All right, but that's what a filler is. To me, like, you gotta understand. That's why I
To
told you to watch
you.
anime. That's what
No,
no.
I
That's why I
will
tell you to
not
watch
watch
anime.
anime.
Because
No.
that's what a filler is. It's a
No.
minor connection to a big story, a minor connection, but it's a whole bunch of fluff. And that's what it was. It was a whole bunch of fluff.
It wasn't, but
What
whatever.
if was a whole bunch of fluff?
It wasn't, but whatever.
Oh my god. Every
wasn't.
time. But I'll say that I did love the movie.
Yes.
It was fun. I had a
It was
great time.
great.
That's
It was
what you're
amazing.
supposed to do.
I just want to say that we saw Wanda
mhm.
absolutely destroy this movie. She killed it. But I want everyone to know that we have not seen Scarlet Witch at her full potential.
Which was also extremely dope because
Yeah, because what we saw was just her dream walking. It wasn't her at her full potential. It was just like at 75%. And at 75%, the way that she killed everybody was fucking amazing.
I love that. And but the thing is that you're gonna hate me for this. The Captain Marvel scene to me was pretty weak on that part.
What do you mean?
Because she killed her with a rock. And it's Captain Marvel.
Okay.
That's my only thing. My
No,
only thing about her murking everybody. I love how she killed Professor X.
Okay.
I love that.
She Jedi mind tricked the fuck out of him.
Yeah, she snapped.
Yeah.
I love that. I love the fact that she just shredded. Shredded Mr. Fantastic. And I also love what she did with Black Bolt, because my thing is that if you know Black Bolt, you know how powerful Black Bolt is. And Black Bolt would have probably beat her. Because
and she just said, "What mouth?"
Yeah.
Yo.
Because the thing is that Black
Bolt. That scene
Bolt
was wild.
People don't know. Black Bolt is what you call a cosmic level character. Yeah. So there's characters
like
that are
inhuman. Yeah, I think so.
I don't. I'll put it like this. There's normal tier, there's top tier characters, there's like OP level characters
like Wanda,
and then there's like god tier characters like Black Bolt. And Black Bolt, like that's why like he whispers and disintegrates.
Yeah.
So
but that's
when she
why
did but also it made me feel annoyed because I was like, why is it that like logically nobody would say what the superpower is of the guy that's going to like that's his superpower, and you know that this person's I guess he probably didn't know. And
no,
I'm putting it go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just feel like they underestimated Scarlet Witch because they thought the Scarlet Witch that was going to attack them was the Wanda from their universe, not the Wanda from our universe. So when Doctor Strange was like, I don't think you guys understand how powerful she is.
I don't think they knew. I don't think they knew.
They were more scared of Doctor Strange than they were of Wanda. And then when she fucked shit up, they were like, oh, I'm dead now.
And I also don't think they knew like where she like in other universes.
Yeah, that
she's at.
Yeah. But
so potential wise, and I think that's why that's why Reed Richards felt like he was comfortable with being like, hey, look, this guy can fucking demolish you. Can you just relax?
Yeah, I'm also happy that it's Jim.
Yeah,
the part because
that's awesome. Again, that's this is something that Marvel does in an incredible way, man.
Yeah, that's a fan cast vote too. It wasn't like people wanted him to be in. Yeah.
Same thing with the She-Hulk thing. Like, when we were pissed about how
The
She-Hulk was
CGI.
and stuff like
Hmm.
that. And CGI,
They
well,
fixed
you
it.
were pissed. I was a friendly supporter of
Whoa, I
women's
wasn't
rights.
pissed.
I was a friendly supporter of women's rights. It's on live. I could literally just pull it up. You were like, I didn't like the CGI, and I was like, wow, why are you against women like that?
Oh
But
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah, I remember, I
I
remember, I remember, I
I
remember.
am a firm
I remember.
supporter of the
Shut up.
feminist movement. So I
Shut
was like,
up.
hey, I don't know what you guys are complaining about. I mean, I love and I can't wait for it to come out. But I'm a
Shut the
firm
fuck
supporter.
up. It comes
But
out on my birthday. Shut the fuck up.
oh wow,
Yeah.
wow, okay.
All right,
These
whatever.
comments.
Whatever. So, okay.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like
Let's move on. Let's move on.
I just love that Marvel does those things.
Yeah.
I'm just
All
gonna
right.
say that at the end.
Overall,
Okay.
okay. Overall, we love the movie.
Now
Yes.
this is you, Stranger Things 4.
4.
And now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not the biggest Stranger Things fan, but J-Rock is.
Yes, it's my one of my favorite shows.
So go ahead. Tell
Yes.
me what you
So
thought about it.
Stranger Things 4 is the best season of all time. No, like legit. Out of the 4 seasons that they've had, this one is just as I'm gonna say it's better than season 1. And season 1 was like top tier.
Okay.
But
Okay.
this season has just gone up another level. Each episode is at least an hour and 20 minutes long. Episode 4, Dear Billy, is probably one of my favorite episodes, like from the whole all 4 seasons. It was amazing. It was literally they used one song, Running Up the Hill, and that song is number 1 on all the charts right now. They broke records.
I actually am falling in love with that song because I keep saying
Right?
it. I keep hearing it. I'm
Right?
like,
It's so good. Yeah. I downloaded it on my Spotify, so it's like on my playlist now. And then the last episode, they had 3 different plot twists. I knew of one. I caught the first one, so I was like, okay, I'm not surprised about this. But then they added 2 more twists, and I was in here in my living room screaming at 2 a.m. in the morning, screaming, "What is going on? What is going on?" Like I had like a whole nerd mental breakdown. It was amazing. But the last 2 episodes of this season come out in July. The first episode's gonna be an hour and 20, and the last one's gonna be 2 hours and something. And
So
some
how many
change.
episodes was this part?
7.
Okay.
Yeah, so I
So
was trying not to binge watch it, but I literally watched 5 episodes like nonstop, and then I finished the last 2, and
God
wow, wow, wow,
damn.
wow, 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 wow. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right. I mean, I'm gonna think about getting back into it because it lost me after season 2. It just
Dude, it's
stopped.
so good. It's so good,
The
dude.
steam stopped rolling for me, man. The steam stopped
Yeah.
rolling for me, and I was just
I
like,
would say out of all the seasons, season 2 is probably like the weaker one. Season 3 gets a little bit better, but also like it depends if you're into like 80s stuff, like 80s music or like 80s vibes, and that's like the one era that I love
and
a
that's you.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that's the
me.
thing. I get you. The thing is, I just haven't. I didn't feel it after season 2, and I was like, why
Yeah.
am I
Well,
like? Why are they
also
like? I felt like they did too much. You get me?
okay. Yeah. No, I get you. Season 5 is going to be the last season. So, depending on how these next 2 episodes go in July, uh
Mm-hmm.
we'll see how season 5 ends, but it's pretty awesome. Yeah, my favorite. I'll just shout out my favorite characters because gang gang. Obviously 11.
Okay,
Love
of course.
11. Love Steve. Love Robin. Love Max and Dustin. Those are my favorite
Yeah.
ones. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah.
I like
But
that. I like that.
all right, let's move on
So,
to
Severance.
Severance.
Okay, so we both watched Severance.
Yes.
Severance is a show that's on Apple TV. I don't know if it's
Mhm.
getting a lot of like attention, but I think it was produced by Ben Stiller. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
was
yeah.
right. Okay, bet. So it was produced by Ben Stiller. It's just something that's like kind of like a mind fuck.
Hmm.
So I encourage everybody to watch it. I think it's a great
It's
show.
it's
It's
like
slow
Black
though.
Mirror. It's
Yeah.
like Black Mirror, but it's like one of the Black Mirror episodes, but they make it a whole season.
Yeah, exactly. And what I would do if I were you guys, just be prepared to kind of like go
It's
with the motions,
creepy, it's
enjoy it. Yeah,
weird, yeah, but it's really good. Like the last episode really mind blows you because you're kind of like, what the fuck is gonna happen now?
yeah,
And then you
and I
start,
agree.
yeah. Never mind. Let's move on.
No, there's nothing you can really say because it's gonna
I
give it
don't mean
away.
it. Yeah, that's why. But there's so many like
You
twists
know,
to it.
actually, we can go ahead and start off with just saying this. Pretty much what it's about is there's these people that work in an office. You get a surgery done to kind of dissociate yourself outside of work from your in work self.
Yeah,
So I'm just gonna give you that.
that's about it. There's no
Yeah,
other way to explain everything else until you watch it. But
just
it's so
watch it.
good.
Just watch
Yeah,
it.
it's a really good show.
It's a slow moving show, but it's one of those things you just sit there, have a couple drinks,
Mm-hmm.
and just get fucked up with
Couple
watching it.
drinks of water. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Now let's move on to the movie. Sorry,
These are all you. So I'm
these
just
are me.
chilling.
These are me. The last ones are me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'll just hurry him up. That's all.
So look, fucking shit. So I just saw the movie Men with my girlfriend, and we literally walked out of that movie theater.
Wait, you sneaked into.
Oh yeah, we stole the movie Men, and we literally walked out of that movie because I was thinking, yo, man, we're gonna go ahead and watch some patriarchal bullshit go down.
Mm-hmm.
We saw it and we walked out like fucking fuck this movie. This movie was fucking garbage. I hate this movie. And then when we like watched a little bit about it, or we went through a couple of like YouTube videos and things like that about
Mm-hmm.
we just realized I realized I was just fucking stupid. Because
It
I
happens to
didn't
us.
see it. I didn't see it from the perspective that the director was going in. And
Mm-hmm.
also there were so many things that everything meant something and I didn't like kind of capture that
It's because I didn't
until
third wheel with you guys. That's why.
yeah. Nah, you wouldn't have got it either. You would be like, fuck this.
Oh. Oh.
No.
I don't know. I
I
probably
think
still would have
so.
been like, fuck this, but I would have caught some of the things.
Yeah, no, I there was a couple things I'm like, oh, that's cute. But then like when I saw the videos and I saw the breakdowns, I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
It's
like
not
it kind
cute.
of threw me for a loop. Exactly.
Yeah.
So definitely a dope movie. I
Mm-hmm.
recommend seeing it. But definitely do your research, like a spoiler-free research before watching it.
Just watch the
And
trailer. That's about it.
yeah, no, not the trailer, because the trailer is pretty misleading, actually. Because I
So
saw the
watch the trailer.
trailer.
All right, move on to Bob's Burgers.
Oh shit, yo, Bob's Burgers movie was fan fucking tastic. You guys need to watch it. Like, I'm not a big fan of like animations going into the big movie theaters and stuff like that. I
Mm-hmm.
kind of just like my Bob's Burgers to myself. But fuck, I watched that movie. That movie was fucking phenomenal.
Okay.
It was so layered. It was a better movie than more than like I want to say 50% of the movies I've watched in the last 2 years.
Morbius.
Yo, chill. Morbius was fantastic. All right,
No, it wasn't.
you
You
need to
know, they
stop
released it
hating.
again and it flopped again.
Yeah, that's the point. Because you guys aren't up there yet. You guys aren't up there yet. Maybe,
I mean,
maybe in a
you're not
couple
up
years.
there because you didn't get men. So 2 + 2 = what?
What you trying to say? What do you really want to say?
I'm just trying to say the math isn't mathing, but
No, but I mean, back to Bob Burgers. It was an amazing movie. I
Mhm.
didn't think I was gonna have as much fun as I did, and that's what I love from that type of movie
Okay,
because I was expecting another episode, but I ended up having a lot of fun and being very entertained.
that's
Camera
good.
work was phenomenal. Animation was amazing. The musical
Mhm.
numbers were incredible. So catch it.
All
So
right,
what I
bet.
want to do, what I want to actually ask you is, what do you rank the Moon Knight finale? Go ahead and rank it for me.
Like out of 10,
Yeah,
8.5,
got you. Okay. Doctor Strange.
9.5, because I'm biased.
I hate you
I
so
love
much.
Wanda, so I'm biased.
Stranger Things.
10.
Okay. Severance. This is a hard one. I know.
9.
Wow.
I
Okay.
really like this show. It was really good.
Okay. You haven't seen the other one, so I'm not gonna
No.
ask you.
All right, so
But
you
I
rank
will
it.
say, Moon Knight, I'll give it an 8.5.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Doctor Strange, I'll give it an 8. 8 out of 10 for a Marvel movie. That's actually really good. Okay,
Okay.
so don't kill me.
All
I haven't
right.
seen Stranger Things, but Severance, I would give it a 7.
A
Um,
7.
I know I have to because it was.
I'll bleep it out. I'll bleep it out. I'll
Okay,
bleep it
just
out. I
bleep it
got you.
out. Okay.
I got you. I'll bleep it out. I thought it was well
Men,
paced though.
I'll give Men an 8 because it tricked me, and I like movies that trick me. That's
Okay.
great. And Bob's Burgers, I'm gonna give it a 10. I'm gonna give
Okay.
Bob's Burgers a 10. It's
Okay.
exactly what I wanted, what I wanted to feel. So that's
Okay.
what it is. So what we're gonna do right now, guys, we just got through that, and we're gonna go into our we're gonna go into our special topic. But before that, we're gonna take a quick break. So don't go anywhere. This is the J Square Podcast. Hey guys, thank you for sticking with us and welcome back to the J Square Podcast. So, we do have our special topic today, and it is about climate change. Is it real? Well, here are the facts. So, what do you want to do? Do you want to read it or
No,
should I
you
read
read
it?
it.
I don't
You're
know.
the person that can't read. So.
You're right. All right, let's watch me fail.
Okay.
What is climate? Fuck, that
Already?
was quick.
Jeez.
You put a lot of pressure on me. What is
Wow.
climate change?
I believe
Refers
in
to
you.
long. I started reading and I had so much confidence and you just ruined it. Thanks a lot. So, what is climate change? It refers to long-term shifts in temperatures and weather patterns. These shifts may be natural, but since the 1800s, human activities have been the main driver in climate change, primarily due to burning of fossil fuels like coal and oil and gas. Burning fossil fuels generates greenhouse gas emissions and, hey, chill, that acts like a blanket wrapped around the earth, trapping the sun's heat and raising temperatures. Examples: climate change can affect our health, ability to grow food, housing, safety, and work. Sea level rise and saltwater intrusion, ice melting in the Arctic areas, extreme flooding, wildfires, and hurricanes in the areas that usually don't see this happen. Switching energy. Switching energy systems from fossil fuels to renewables like solar or wind will reduce the emission of driving climate change. All right. So pretty much that's a roundabout look at climate change.
Hmm.
Now, what has the world kind of done to try to get this in order? So what we
Hmm.
do have is the Paris Agreement.
Yeah. You want me to
So
read this one?
yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay.
Give my brain a break.
All right. Paris Agreement. So the agreement sets long-term goals to guide all nations by substantially reducing global greenhouse gas emissions to limit the global temperature increase in this century to 2 degrees Celsius, which is 35.6 degrees Fahrenheit, while pursuing efforts to limit the increase even further to 1.5 degrees. Also, they want to review countries' commitment every 5 years. So they'll renew the agreement every 5 years to make sure that we're all on the same page. They also want to provide financing to developing countries to mitigate climate change, strengthen resilience, and enhance abilities to adapt to climate impacts. So far, 193 parties have joined the Paris Agreement.
Mm.
I only stumbled once.
Whatever, dude. You say a lot as well. So I'm gonna just shout
Yeah.
out the insecurity and leave you with that.
Wow. Destroy my confidence.
No, but I mean, so given the information,
Hmm.
and we had a little bit to think about this,
Hmm.
what are your thoughts? Is climate change real?
Yes. For me, climate change is real. As someone who grew up in Miami, you definitely feel climate change, not only with the heat, but the humidity and the hurricanes. So
Okay.
for me, it is real. And then now moving up here, where in New York, where it randomly snowed in April. Like that's not normal at all. And then you just see like everything that's going on like in California with the wildfires. You see hurricanes now instead of going through Florida, they're going through Louisiana. We saw a hurricane here in New York. Like the ice is melting in Antarctica. Then there's been random floodings in different countries that have never seen flooding before, that have never had heavy rains. Like, that's not normal. And instead of like us trying to find ways, like, obviously, yes, the Paris Agreement is helpful, but I don't believe we're doing enough. And if this continues to go, like, not only are we screwing ourselves, but we're screwing like our future or our future kids or their future kids or however that works. So for me, it's real, and I don't understand why people don't think it's not real.
Well, yeah, I'm with you for the most part. I believe that climate change is definitely real. It's
Mm-hmm.
something that's plaguing us. But I don't think we are going to have to be as worried as we think we're going to be. Because being somebody that like, well, me myself, I do love like I like to think about people's mindsets when it comes to longevity and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And what America, for the most part, as we've seen time and time again, values the most is money and business. You can't have that if
Yeah.
the world dies.
Yeah.
You get me? So the reason why I, definitely believe it's real, but I don't think it's something that we're going to just die with because the government probably wouldn't let that happen or the world wouldn't let that happen simply because of the fact that the world is circled around money and values money the most and you can't get money if everybody's dead. So that's just my thought on that.
Okay.
um but yeah, it's definitely idiotic to think that it's not something that's plaguing our world or our society.
Mm-hmm.
I do definitely think, I mean, and this is just me thinking from the mentality of somebody who kind of is utilizing and capitalizing on, you know, the society we have now.
Mm-hmm.
They're just using up what they can, probably just using up what they can until, you know, they can't anymore. And they're going to say, okay, fine, let's switch to this renewable energy and use that now because that's what we have left. But let's go ahead and waste up and use up all these fossil fuels and do what we're gonna do until we can milk it for everything we've got.
I think I agree with you in the whole like, oh, like the world runs on money, and oil and gas is like one of the big ones. So that's why like a lot of, I would say, a lot of Americans are against climate change or even believing that it's real just because it'll affect their pockets. But
Mhm.
I also think that's ignorant as fuck.
Oh, 100%.
So,
Like it's definitely wrong of them to do
uh-huh.
this,
Yeah.
but they're not going to care about
No.
it being wrong or not. They're
Yeah.
going to go ahead and milk it for all it's got
Mm-hmm.
until we reach like the absolute brink or minimum and then be like, okay, let's do the thing that we're supposed to do the whole time.
Yeah, but the problem is that it might be too late. Obviously, it might not be in our lifetime, but I just feel like at that point we're not gonna have an Earth, and if we can't find a way to live on Mars, where are we gonna live?
I think
Not
that,
us, but like the future.
yeah, of course. And I think
Yeah.
that's what people think of, or these big guys think of the most is,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's not us. You just have to figure that out for the next people.
Yeah.
And I mean, just us kind of utilizing what we've got so far and knowing how far we've come when it's come to think about, I mean, I think about technology, seeing how far we've come with just technology in the past, let's say 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me hope in a sense, like, even though it's not right, it gives me hope to think that, all right, I'm, I'm sure that we can figure something out in the next 50 years.
No,
that's
I
gonna kind
agree.
of like
I agree.
encapsulate or help us out with the situation.
Yeah. I think the Paris Agreement helps.
Hmm.
Obviously like we could still do more, but like you said, money talks in this world, so if it's gonna
Sadly,
affect them, then they really don't care.
yeah.
But go ahead.
So, question that I have for you:
Uh huh.
what can we do? What do you think we could do about it?
I mean, basically, what the Paris Agreement is saying, switching from fossil fuels to wind and solar,
Hmm.
just finding ways to help um, sustain our Earth because there is no other place for us to go to live. So the fact that we're just trying to drain it out until
Yeah.
like it's too late, like to me makes no sense. Um,
Oh yeah, of course.
but the problem is that we're talking about like us, just like middle class people, while the rich people they don't really care. They're gonna milk it. They're gonna make all their money, and then oh well, it's not my problem. I have money. I could go to Mars if I want to, while the rest of us
Yeah. The
suffer.
only thing is that I think of people like Jeff Bezos. Yeah, you have the money to do that, but it's not going to be sustainable if you don't have us to buy your products.
Well, yeah, but this is a good time to bring it up. Just like the movie Don't Look Up,
Hmm.
it's usually the rich people that escape while the rest of us suffer.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
the
Yeah.
thing is, like, when they do escape to this new world, they're not prepared for
Yeah.
their
You don't know
destiny.
what you're getting yourself into.
Exactly.
And that's kind of the crazy thing to me because it's like, even in that sentiment, like we talked about it yesterday, like Leonardo DiCaprio, who's been like such an advocate for this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
he literally like shot this movie, did this movie, and then
Is it?
was
Yeah. And
seen
then he's
on a
in a yacht.
yacht with Jeff Bezos, which is like
Mm-hmm.
the epitome of what not to do
Yeah.
as an activist, or who not to be around. So it's like, are like that's why I always think about what are we gonna do instead of like who we're going to kind of look to
Mm-hmm.
solve the issue.
Yeah.
I
And like
mean,
the little things that we could do is obviously like recycling,
yeah,
making sure that um I guess we're using more solar and wind power.
yeah, public transportation. I mean,
Walking,
the
riding
only thing,
bikes
yeah, the thing that I don't like about transportation is that it's not as safe in like in
at
all
all.
places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it makes people resort to using cars, or it's not as efficient. I
Yeah.
mean, you increase the efficiency of public transportation and you increase like the safety
Yeah.
of public transportation,
Or
then you'll have
even
a lot more people.
like using eco cars.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah.
Even like there's these things called like they're like new Ubers, and it's only like $1 to ride, and they just take you around. Like they take you to your destination, and it's like a pool. It's
Mm-hmm.
like a minivan of a carpool with people in it. So it's like it's just an alternative to just reducing your carbon footprint. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That's the other thing too that more people need to do. But
so I mean, it's those things. Also, one of the things that I think we need to do is kind of like follow Elon. Uh, so what I mean by that,
that's controversial.
oh hell yeah, but I
Go
would
on.
follow Elon Musk. He's he's the person that created the empire out of the electric car, next to like Prius, I guess. But what he's doing with Tesla is the thing that Americans, and when I say Americans, I mean like Americans, are like kind of like scared of, or kind of like that's the thing that they want to see. They want to see a cool ass looking car.
Uh-huh.
They want to ride in a cool ass looking car, luxurious, something that's super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And if you post it, then you're the highest of high type of people. If you have a Tesla, you're the shit right now. And that's what
Oh, a
Elon has
hundred
created.
percent. Yeah, 100%.
Elon's created that, and it's a fully electric car.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, you're gonna kind of want to follow that guy who's kind of creating this thing and
Mm-hmm.
is in a sense saving the world. no matter how rich he is, because people demonize rich people, I don't give a fuck about what he's done.
He
Is he
dated Amber
helped?
Heard.
Yeah, but see how that's gone.
Basura.
So to me, I think about like, yeah, he's done. I don't give a fuck about what he's done. I'm not, again, I'm not for the artist. I'm for the art. Is what he's doing, like the
Yeah.
things that he's doing, is it going ahead and helping us when it comes to, our earth, or is it destroying it? For the most part, in comparison to somebody who's going to be on a yacht with the guy that's with the guy who's like a conglomerate and all this stuff like that, that guy who's on the yacht with him after making a movie about how we should care about the environment
Yeah.
versus the dude who's making electric cars so we don't have to focus and pull
And also
resources out of the earth.
also SpaceX trying to get us to
Exactly.
Mars. Yeah.
Yeah, trying to do something about it. So I
Yeah.
think that that's somebody that I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. I understand and I could follow that mentality as opposed to an idea of somebody, which is
Mhm.
what a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Um, and making electric more powerful. I think making electric more powerful because like when you get things and they're electrically charged, they're either super expensive to get the same power as something that's fueled by gas, or they're just not as powerful as a thing that's fueled by gas, which is a turnoff to a lot of people.
Mhm.
Because if I'm driving something or if I'm using something, if it's electric, I want it to be as strong as the thing I'm using with gas. Otherwise, I'm just gonna get the thing with gas because it just makes more sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get what I
No, I
mean?
agree.
So
Yeah.
those are things that I believe could really change shit around.
Mhm.
But the fact remains that we need to make a change.
Yeah, and all of us, not just like a couple people, like the world, all of
Mhm.
us. So, yeah. All right.
Wow, that was a nice one. I like that.
I feel
I
like that
like
was
that.
more like a intellectual
Yo,
conversation.
we were like up here with that shit.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
shit, right? I love that. All
Thanks. I
right.
tried.
So thank you for joining us in our special topic.
Mhm.
Is climate change real? But we're moving on to the best topic. One of our favorites. Ximena Needs to Know. If you guys don't know what Ximena Needs to Know is, Ximena is one of our friends.
No,
Dear,
no,
dear,
no,
dear.
no, no, no,
Oh,
no,
we're not
no,
doing that
no, no.
anymore. Fuck, I
No,
forgot.
we're in volume 2.
That's true. Sorry. Sorry, Ximena. J-Rock won't let me.
Hey,
But
there's a whole volume with the explanation about it.
let's
We even
talk.
did an interview with her. I hit the mic. Oh my god.
Yo, control yourself.
I'm trying.
So let's talk about what's going on. So shootings have been running rampant in America.
Yeah.
We just want to go ahead and shed some light on this. I mean, I it's almost comical because of the simple fact that this hasn't changed in so long, and we're still dealing with things like this, and it's
Every
there's
single day. Every
every
single
day,
day. Every single day.
and we still will not come to a compromise to save the lives of children, elderly,
Mhm.
pastors, priests, churchgoers, doesn't matter. There's just no
There's no safe
resolution in
place.
sight. Yeah. And it's a sad thing to see. So we kind of just wanted to shed some light and talk about what is going on because
Yeah.
this segment is for that.
Yeah.
Um, so let's talk about the shootings in America.
Yeah.
So
So you go.
yeah,
Wow,
I'll
we
take
said it
that.
at the same time.
Get out of my head. Come on.
Okay, go.
So after Sandy Hook, we've let 3,865 mass shootings happen. It only happens in the U.S. The Uvalde shooting,
Valde.
Uvalde shooting, pretty much 19 children and 2 adults were killed in the school shooting at Robb Elementary. This community is predominantly 90% Hispanic and Latino. 81% are economically disadvantaged. No official motive has been discovered. The suspect shot his grandmother first before walking into the school and killing 21 people for over an hour. The police did nothing to stop this, and the story keeps changing because of how bad they messed up.
Yeah, so
A shit show.
it's been a shit show to the point where every day the story is changing. So we
Mm-hmm.
first started off with the police coming out and saying, yes, the police did a great job. They ran in there and barricaded. They ran into the school because the shooter had barricaded himself. And that's when eventually they talked to him or got him to get out and shot him. That was like the first story.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next day it came out that no, the police did not go in immediately. It took them some time. Then it came out
Then
that no, just kidding. The guy, like the shooter, was never barricaded. He was inside two classrooms just killing people, and the
and
police
also
were outside, just waiting and
and when they
waiting
did
and
go,
waiting.
which pisses me off, when they did go, they saved their children first.
Yeah,
They
no one
saved
else's
their
children.
fucking children
Yeah,
first.
and it got to the point where parents were getting arrested because they were pleading with the police to go in and save their kids. And then the police were just like, no, we're not going in yet. We're not going in. We're not going in. And they started arresting parents. And then some parents were able to like free themselves to jump into the school and
And
start
save their own
helping.
kids,
Yeah.
which
So
is
like you're
crazy.
what makes no sense to me is like, why did it take an hour for you guys to sit on your ass while someone is in the school shooting people?
And then there
And
was
then
a mother.
why would you lie? Hold up.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you lie about it to cover your face? Okay? And then you mean to tell me that you were scared to do your fucking job,
Which is the point.
but you
The
still don't
fucking
want to
point.
ban AR-15s?
Like that's my point. It's like, yo, if you're scared of your job, then get another job, bro. Because this is
Quit.
not for you.
Quit. And then you want to brag about your SWAT team, how they've even prepared in that same school for shootings like this, and none of them show up?
Exactly. You know what's crazy? The mother,
Fuck out of
who
here.
one of the mothers who actually saved her kids, went in and saved her kids. She had a warrant, not a warrant. She was on probation,
Mm-hmm.
and they threatened her,
Well,
like
that's the
as
other
a
part of it.
yeah.
That's the other part of it. It's a predominantly Hispanic community.
Mm-hmm.
You bring out ICE agents, okay?
Crazy.
Parents are going there to like make sure that their kids are alive, and they can't go because they might get deported. And then on top of that, you make all your press conferences in English, knowing that the community speaks Spanish, is the dominant language. You don't explain shit to them in Spanish. You just report everything in English.
Wild.
That
And
doesn't
that's
make
what gets
sense.
me. It gets me. That's what gets me because it kills me the fact that they took so long. They saved their kids first. And when parents did go in to save them and started speaking out about how fucked up the situation was, then they threatened the parents like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, if you keep talking about this shit, you're on probation. So
Yeah.
this could play a role in whether your probation is carried out properly or not, or this could
Yeah.
they just threaten you.
Yeah.
They threaten you, and it's a fucked
They're
up
fucking
situation.
cowards. They're fucking cowards.
Yeah,
That's what they
they are
are.
cowards, and
Yeah.
that's my mess. That's my part about it. It's like, why would you choose a job
That
that
you're afraid to do.
exactly that you're scared to do?
Yeah.
And on to the Tulsa shooting,
Mm-hmm.
a gunman killed his surgeon and three others at a medical office. The shooter had complained about pain after an operation and decided to take revenge on the doctor by shooting him and anyone who got in his way. He then killed himself, but the police response was quick in this situation.
Yeah.
And
So
that's what you're supposed to. That I mean, terrible
those are
situation.
police. Yes, those are police that did their job because they responded in
Yeah,
less than 5 minutes.
and that's the thing. Those police officers, they went in to do what they had to do.
Mm-hmm.
And this person that went ahead and did this, he had a gun. I believe he had to have some mental issue.
Pain.
And
Pain messes with your
and
head.
he had a motive where he was
Yeah.
like, yo, fuck you, you fucked me up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't ever condone any type of violence. I never say, hey, you should have done this, you should have done this.
Mm-hmm.
But what I will say is that this is something I can at least understand why the person did what they did or
Yeah.
why they got as upset as they did.
Mm-hmm.
I could understand it. But what I can't understand is one, why you would get a job that you're scared of, or two, why you would go and kill innocent children for absolutely no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Those are things I cannot understand.
I, I look, that shooting really messed me up because obviously I'm Hispanic.
Yeah.
Um, so seeing the interviews and like when the grandmothers are like talking about the kids,
You
that's
see
just
yourself.
heartbreaking. Yeah, I see
You see
myself,
your
I see
grandma.
my grandma, I see like my family, and yeah, that's just it's just a lot. So I we both want gun violence to stop.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
if you can, there will be a march June 11th to end gun violence. March of Our Lives. Wear orange. Support the cause because we need we need the shootings to stop. Like
Yeah.
it's getting to the point where it only happens here. Nowhere
Yeah,
else
it
does
does
this
only
happen.
happen
It
here.
only happens here.
And that's the thing. Like I'm the type of person, I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. I don't know if me and you differ on this or not, Jared,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm the type of person where I'm for weapons, okay, but the screening process has to be different.
Oh no,
There
I
has to
agree.
be
I'm with
something
you.
done.
I'm with
Yeah,
you.
because dude, a lot of people they kind of try to like they say, oh, let's take away everybody's weapon and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, if I ever have daughters in my life, I know how fucked up men can be. I know
Mm-hmm.
how crazy men can be. And
Yep.
if my daughter has to go ahead and defend herself, I would want her to have every weapon available to defend herself against some creep in the alleyway or somebody who wants to have their way with her. And I'm not, and it would kill me to know that, she could have, but I wanted to go ahead and, you know, push an agenda that could have saved her life, push
Yeah.
against an agenda that could have saved her life. But
I
at the
just feel
yeah,
like there has to be more regulations. It
yeah,
can't be as
100%.
easy as like I just turned 18 and I already have a
Yeah,
weapon like an AR-15. Like
yeah,
that just makes no sense. But
something has to happen.
yeah, but moving on.
Um, this is something positive. Here we go.
Yeah.
It is Pride Month.
Let's
So
go.
June is Pride Month for the LGBTQ plus community. We celebrate, support, and love everyone.
Love
And let
everyone.
us know which Pride parade we can actually attend.
Yeah.
Even though we're in different states, I'd
Hmm.
love to be a part of it. I
Yeah.
mean, go
You're in
ahead.
Atlanta.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it's pretty
I'm
big
in
here.
Syracuse. So you guys
And
hit us up.
shout out to everybody on the spectrum, everybody
Yeah.
who's a part of the community, everybody who's just living their life. That's what it's about. Love is
Living your
love.
best life. There you go.
Exactly. Like what is
There you
like
go.
it's awesome to me.
Yeah.
I love to see people grow. I love to see people figure themselves out,
Yeah.
find themselves, do
Take your
what they
time too. Taking your time.
yeah.
Yeah. Feel it out.
Be yourself, man, and don't let any of these fucking haters come across you and make you feel ashamed or
Yeah.
discriminated against you. It is what it is. Hate is gonna hate because when
Hmm.
somebody sees you happy, when
They're just
somebody
hating.
sees you happy, they just want to hate on anything that you got going on.
Yep.
And for one hater, you got 20,000 million supporters,
Yeah.
and
And
us
we're both one of
we're
them.
two of them
Two of them.
exactly.
So yeah,
We just wanted to go
support.
ahead and share that with you guys, and
Yep.
we love it.
Hmm.
And thank you for being a part of our community. If you
Yes.
are a part of that community, for
Yes.
sure.
Appreciate y'all.
Now, moving on to the
This
CMA
is you.
Confederate Flag Band. Yeah, I wanted to go ahead and add this in.
Hmm.
The CMA Festival did not make an announcement about the ban, but they did publicize it with journalists. So pretty much what they did is that they're banning the Confederate flag
Hmm.
at the CMA event. They're putting a restriction on that because obviously it represents racism and shit like that. So they're like, we're not about that anymore. The Country Music Awards is going to be pretty dope. And I like that. Now, this is about you.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna end off Ximena Needs to Know with U.S. Soccer equal pay.
Mhm.
So the U.S. Federation finally announced a new CBA, which is the collective bargaining oh, I forgot the last one. Agreement. With the men's and women's players
Alcoholic.
associate. What?
What?
What'd you say?
I didn't call you an alcoholic. What?
I promise you, this is water. All right, so yeah, the U.S. Federation announced a new CBA with the Men's and Women's Players Association to achieve equal pay through identical economic terms. So the two CBAs run through 2028 and are the first of their kind and a historic win in the fight for equal pay for the U.S. women's national team. So
that's so fucking dope, dude.
that's fucking dope.
You see, like,
fucking
yo,
dope,
we've
Cal.
been talking about this shit and it's
Since the
happening.
beginning. Since the
What?
beginning,
Yo,
we talked about this. Equal
that's
pay
what I love. Equal
for
pay,
women.
man.
Let's go.
It's showing up, and we're showing up in a big way.
And not only that, like the women's team deserves it.
They do it. They do the
They've won
work.
4 World Cups. They've won I don't
Like,
know
how
many
much do they
World
have to do to prove, like, hey, look, listen, we're
Yeah.
better than the men's team. We're actually showing up more than the men's team. We're bringing more
Yeah.
revenue than the men's team. And I mean, they're doing the work. So shout out to the women's team for finally getting that across. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a huge, more than huge milestone.
It's amazing. Yeah.
So
But that's Ximena Needs to Know.
yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, what we want to say before we end it all off is
Mhm.
we want to give a huge thank you to you guys. We have some great surprises for you guys.
Yeah. It's
Don't be
exciting
surprised
times.
if we start popping up in different places. You know what I'm saying? We got some things coming up. So
Mhm.
we want to definitely go ahead and thank you guys for supporting us and being a part of us and,
Yeah.
you know, going ahead and sharing about us.
Yeah. Also, since last chapter we shouted out everyone's mamas, we're gonna shout out everyone's daddies
Dads.
because this
Father's Day
month
is right
is
around
like
the corner. It's right around the corner.
let's go.
So shout out to all y'all daddies.
All y'all daddies. And your daddies' daddies.
daddies. No.
Yeah.
And also one of the things that I wanted to actually run past you, I didn't tell you, but we have an idea for a new logo.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Seems like
big.
Jamie's doing their job.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna share that with you in a little bit, and I'm gonna share that
All
with you
right.
guys in a little bit. See what you guys think about it.
Okay.
But this is all thanks to you guys,
Mhm.
and we appreciate every single one of you and what you guys do for us. Tune into our lives. We're gonna have them a lot more often,
Yeah,
and
and we might do a reaction video depending on
yeah,
what we want to react to.
that's true.
And we'll
Good
try to
point.
keep up more often with the podcast. We do apologize, but
Yeah,
we've been busy.
we've been a little busy, been working on ourselves and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and that's the point. And one of the things I want to say, and I cannot stress enough, we love you guys, we cherish you guys, and this has been the J Squared Podcast.
Peace.
Boom!